So in joint operations, whose requirement actually drives weapon selection? The service that owns the platform or the service that owns the mission?
This weapon selection is primarily done by the unit who is planning the mission and who is executing it. In this case, it would be definitely the Air Force, because Air Force, through their years of experience, have built their understanding, their experience on how to match the target with the weapon, which weapon would exactly engage which kind of target. Of course, they would take generic reference from the army. Say, for example, army gives us a coordinate and request us to engage this particular target. The Air Force would require assistance from army, as in what kind of target that is. Is it a factory? It is a building, or is it a open area where concentration of troops is there? This selection of weapon is essentially done by Air Force group or say Air Force headquarters. This is primarily because that headquarter is aware of what kind of weapons are presently available at which place. If I allot to this one particular frontline squadron or unit which is flying this particular strike aircraft, but they do not have a availability of that particular weapon, so there would be another squadron which is holding that weapon that would be tasked with that mission. So this choice of weapon is definitely done at the Air Force headquarter level. It is not at the top level, but at level at which planning is happening, which is the command center of Air Force.
Absolutely. And I think in general, if you are on field, we always live on moderate to high level threat. We never live in low level threat. I think that's the basic line when you're on the operations. I would like to just mention some of the hostile territories, which I think where the NATO troops have been also deployed in Africa, like Chad, Djibouti and all. I mean, Chad is one of those places like where 24/7 NATO troops are there. And I mean, at such places, we had observed the fact, even I think Kosovo, which is in the eastern side of the conflicting territory, again with Serbia. Over there, I think it's quite complex. The roles keep on rotating depending on from where the threat is coming, because it's so basically, like, I generally say it as a ginger branch, of threats. Like, you don't know from where the threats are going to be grown or from where it's going to come. So over there, I think we had personally experienced that the roles keep on rotating depending on basically, how the synchronization between the forces is at that time, basically between the aerial domain and the land warfare systems too.